At the top of these notes that we are doing lesson 7.6, notes 2. And our topic again is still factoring completely. Our learning goal is being able to factor completely. So factoring completely. Not quitting too early. Think of it like that. Don't quit too early. Okay, so what's going to happen today is not just after you GCF, but even after you GCF and then you factor the resulting polynomial. Today what's going to happen is you get factors that were factors of that polynomial you got after you did the GCF that can now be factored themselves. They can now be factored. So we're going to have more than one arrow going on in some problems today. Okay? So number 1, let's factor the following polynomial. A, B to the 4th minus 16a. In yesterday's notes, step 1 said do what?
GCF.
GCF it if you can, right? So you first check to see if you can GCF it. If you can, you do that. After that, then you move on. If you can, you move on. So can we GCF this?
Yes.
GCF means, is there something that will divide out of all the terms?
Yes. The A can be divided out.
Yeah, there's an A in both of them, isn't there? So we can GCF this. We can take an A out, because they both have an A. So B to the 4th minus 16. So we could GCF it, couldn't we? Okay, next question we ask ourselves.
Are they perfect squares?
The resulting polynomial has how many terms? 2. So if it has 2 terms, that means we're looking for the
Perfect square.
perfect squares. But what else has to be true? Not only perfect squares, but
Divisible by 2.
difference, subtraction. So we have subtraction of 2 terms. Are they both perfect squares? How do we know that b to the 4th is a perfect square? What does it have to?
The exponent has to be divisible by 2.
Yeah, the exponent has to be divisible by 2. Is 4 divisible by 2?
Yes.
So in other words, it has to be what kind of a number?
Even number.
An even number. How about 16? Is that a perfect square?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know what? Here's our first arrow going down. We're not going to forget about that A. So, maybe we'll shorten the arrow later, but arrow it so we don't forget about it. And now we have what we think is the difference of 2 squares. So we're going to take the square root of b to the 4th. We're going to take the square root of 16. Square root of b to the 4th is? B to the 2nd. Square root of 16 is? 4. So this b to the 4th minus 16, what's its factored name? B to the 2nd plus 4. B to the 2nd minus 4. Okay? Yesterday we would have quit right there. Today we don't need to. We're going to ask ourselves this question. Are either of those factors binomials, trinomials, or 4 terms? They're both binomials, right? So if they're binomials, we have to ask if they're the difference of 2 squares. Is b squared plus 4 the difference of 2 squares?
Yes.
No. It's got what?
Addition.
A plus sign. It's got addition. It can't have addition. So now that's going to get arrowed down. You know what? We can't factor that. B squared minus 4.
Yes.
What is that? Subtraction. Is b squared a perfect square?
Yes.
Is 4 a perfect square?
Yes.
Yeah, we can factor this one. So the square root of b squared is? Square root of 4 is? B and 2. So what's this one's factored name?
B plus 2 and B minus 2.
We don't get to stop yet until we say to ourselves, okay, now can either of those factors be factors?
No.
In other words, are either of them the difference of 2 squares? Well, this one's not for sure because it's got what?
Plus.
A plus. How about this one?
Yes, it is the difference of two squares. But
It's a
not,
difference,
but it's not perfect squares.
but they're not perfect squares. So, is everything arrowed down now? A got arrowed down, this got arrowed down, these got arrowed down. We are ready to finally give our final factor name for this. What's it start as? A times b squared plus 4 times
B is B plus 2.
b plus 2 times
B minus 2.
b minus 2. Woohoo! So here's what I'm going to do in your homework today. I'm going to tell you how many factors there should be in your answers. Because I don't want you quitting too early. How many factors are there in this answer? 4. One's a monomial. A is a factor. This is a factor, b squared plus 4. This is a factor, b plus 2. That's a factor, b minus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 factors in its factored name. Okay. You can't quit too early. Questions on that one? Okay, then let's go try a second one. Number 2. Write down the following polynomial. 3x cubed plus x squared minus 12x minus 4. Well, first thing we might want to do is change this to add the opposite, correct? That's our first move. We say 3x cubed when there's more than 2 terms, especially. Sometimes, when it's only 2 terms, we don't want to change our subtraction because of the difference of 2 squares thing. But when it's more than 2 terms, we want to still keep in the practice of changing subtraction to add the opposite. Okay, first question you got to ask yourself is what, Faith? Does it have a GCF? How are you feeling about that, Faith? Do you think it does? No? How are you feeling about that, Aurora? Do you think it has a GCF? How are you feeling?
X.
X.
No.
4 doesn't have an X, and it doesn't.
The only GCF is 1.
So is 1 going to get us anywhere in this particular situation?
Nope.
Okay, so we get to move on. That's the GCF. Now we say to ourselves, this is a what? How many terms?
4.
4. What do we use for 4 terms?
Polynomial.
Factoring by what? Grouping, yeah. So we're ready to do factoring by grouping. We're gonna, why don't you put in your notes right here, no GCF, okay? No GCF. Doesn't mean that, if there was one, we shouldn't have taken it out. Yeah, we take it out, but there just doesn't happen to be one. That's the first test, and it failed the first test, so now we move on. And we say, okay, we got a 4-term polynomial, we need to use factoring by grouping. Go ahead and factor this, because you know how. You don't need my help anymore. Okay, how come we don't have any arrows yet?
Because we didn't have the GCF.
Right, we didn't have a GCF, right? So we didn't have anything to leave behind, so, okay. Now we have the following, do you agree with me? One of the factors is 3x plus 1, the other one is x squared plus a negative 4. Here's what we're gonna do today when we end up with a binomial with add the opposite. When we have a double sum, we're gonna clean up binomials today. So, this one doesn't need cleaning up. This one can be cleaned up to be x squared minus 4. Why is that useful?
Because it's the difference of 2.
We're checking to see if the difference of 2 squares. So about the first one? Is that the difference
No.
of 2 squares? So is that an arrow down one?
Yes.
Yep, that's come along with us. We won't forget about you. We'll come back for you. How about the x squared minus 4? Is that the difference of 2 squares?
Yes.
Yes. So x squared minus 4's factored name is
X plus 2, X minus 2.
x minus 2. Okay, now we keep running the tests. Today we're not done, so we keep running the tests and see if there's any more factoring we can do. X plus 2.
No.
No. X minus 2.
Yes, but it's not perfect square.
Oh, no, don't say yes then. It's a subtraction, but it's not perfect square, so we say no. So yeah, it's subtraction. That's kind of like important, right? But is x a perfect square and is 2 a perfect square? No. So that one gets arrowed down. Do we have anything left?
Nope.
Okay. So our factored name, we have the first one that we have an arrow coming from. We have our x plus 2 that has an arrow coming from it, and an x minus 2 that has an arrow. So there's our factored name. 3 factors to its factored name. Okay, if you're getting fairly close to the bottom of this notebook page, I would suggest that you make a little note to yourself, another one on the back, and do it on the back side, because we're going to do one more, and it is a fairly lengthy, okay? So, you want to give yourself a note. Anybody have any questions on this one though before we move on? Okay, let's do a third one. Number 3. The following polynomial is the one we're going to factor. 4x cubed minus 6x squared minus 12x plus 18. And when it's more than a binomial, we're going to change subtraction to add the opposite, right? Let's go ahead and get it renamed. First question. Bonnie, what's that first question again?
Is there a GCF?
Is there a GCF? How are you feeling about that, Devon? Do you think there is?
2.
2? You want to agree with it? Just 2?
Just no, have X's.
Not all of them have X's, do they? Okay. So we got this 2 that we can GCF out. And trust me, don't think 2 is like not a big thing. It is. It likes itself. Okay, go ahead and get that GCF. Okay, what's a really good check? Just make it quick and just do it, just to make sure that you
Check
did
if
that.
all of them are, can be GCF again.
Just to make sure that, yeah, that's one thing you want to do too, is there anything else that could have been divided out of all those now that you've done? Is there? No. The other thing is 2 times 2, 4 is 2 times negative 3, negative 6 is 2 times negative 6, negative 12, and it's 2 times 9, 18. Just do things like that even. Because you know what, sometimes it's really easy to do it for the first couple, and then for some reason you just drop it and you keep it negative 12x and positive n plus 18. And then it's going to go wrong. Okay, so 2 is going to get arrowed down, right? Don't want to forget about it. I'm thinking that this probably should be a fairly long arrow so that you really don't forget about it. Okay. Now we have a what? The result is a polynomial that has how many terms? 4, so we're going to look to see if it can be factored by grouping. Okay, so that means
Katarina Blanco with the junior office, please.
first group will be 2x cubed plus negative 3x squared. And this negative 6x plus 9 becomes the other group. Go ahead and get that factored. And I think I'm ready to do my factor name for this. I'm going to call it 2x plus negative 3 times x squared plus negative 3. Do you agree with me or disagree? Or you agree? Okay. So here we are. We have binomials. We need to clean them up so that we can run through the test, right? So we have 2x plus a negative 3, that's going to be 2x minus 3. X squared plus a negative 3, we're going to clean up to be x squared minus 3. Run the test again. Binomial. It's got subtraction. Difference of 2 squares? No, 2x is not a perfect square. 3 is not a perfect square. Okay. So that one's coming down. How about x squared minus 3 subtraction? X squared is a perfect square, but 3 is not. Oh. Huh. So are we done? I mean, can we factor anything else? Is there anything left that doesn't have an arrow coming down from it that hasn't gotten attended to? Okay, so our final name is, what was our GCF? 2. And we have our 2x minus 3. And our x squared minus 3, does it matter which of those comes first?
No.
No. Okay. So, I guess it wasn't as bad as I thought. That was going to be longer. Okay, so again, what I'm going to do is when we start on the homework, I'm going to tell you how many factors should be in the factor name of the ones that are factorable at all. Okay? Anybody have any questions before we do get out some loosely to show you work on your homework? Okay. So go ahead and get out some loose leaf and put on your name and that it belongs to assignment number 77.